Hello, Meg here from I Teach Stamping, and welcome to the Friday Flip. So the Friday Flip is where we take one project idea and we flip it into something completely different, yet still keeping the parts of the card that we love. So today is our first ever Friday reflip. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Here was our original inspiration card, and I love this one. I love the pop of color. I love the simplicity of it. I just love everything about it. So I flipped it into a pocket card that was a gift card holder. All right, so we've got this right here. So now we're going to reflip it again. We're going to go back to our original inspiration card to do our flip. So let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to start with my die cutting, and I've done this ahead of time. The first thing that I die cut was using my circle Thinlits. And I used the one that's about 1.5 inches. It's not exactly 1.5, but it's pretty gosh darn close. And so I did that on a piece of Whisper White cardstock. And I'll share with you a little tip. For these dies that nest together that you know you're going to use over and over again, just put them on a little jump ring. And then if you've got space on your wall, hang them on like one of those command hooks. This is how I store my nesting ones that I use all the time. That way I'm not having to open the packaging and all this, that, and the other. Who's got time for that, right? All right, then the next thing I die cut is from the mini treat bag Thinlits. And I did the banner and then a row of the stars. And then that was all the die cutting that I needed to do. So now we are ready to move this out of our way and do some stamping. We're going to use one stamp set, and it's the Memorable Moment stamp set from Stampin' Up. And we're going to start on a piece of white cardstock. It's going to be 4 inches by 5.25 inches. I'm using my Stamp-A-Majig. And we're only going to be using one ink pad color for this entire card, and it's going to be Strawberry Slush. So before, it had the blues and the yellows that could go masculine or feminine. This one we're going to take a little bit more feminine. Then we've got the happy, and we're going to stamp the birthday underneath. So this will be for the inside of our card. And all the stamps come from the same stamp set. I don't know why I keep picking my stamps up upside down today, but I do. All right, so we have that, and now I'm going to make this for a 9-year-old. So on this piece of white, we're going to bring in the 9. And I don't want it exactly center. I want it a little bit lower than center. You'll see why here in just a little bit. Get that nice and lined up. So there's our 9, and then I'm going to bring in the TH. So all these stamps, you get all the numbers and everything else in the stamp set. Ooh, I just barely left myself room. This is absolutely one of my favorites. You can use this for graduation cards, anniversary cards, birthday cards. I mean, the sky's the limits. All right, so we have 9th, just barely fitting on there, but we're going to take it. We are all done with our stamping, and believe it or not, we're already ready to go on to our assembly. We're already ready. So already ready. Okay, so let's go ahead and build out our little layers first. So I'm going to take my 9 and I'm going to add it onto a piece of black cardstock that I punched ahead of time using a 1 3/4 inch circle punch. You can certainly use the next size up of your circle dies if you want to go that route. And then on the back I just have dimensionals. So, and I put this on a little bit weird. I didn't want it right there. We'll just scoot that dimensional over. So the reason I want that space is I'm going to take a piece of white ribbon that I've just folded in half and glued together with a mini glue dot. And I'm going to attach this at the top. So if that dimensional had stayed there, it would have been in the way. I just picked it up crooked. Alright, so we have that, and now I'm going to bring in this little banner that we had die cut ahead of time. Peel off the backings for the dimensionals and get my spacing for this. Alright, we'll do final bling here in just a bit, but we have this little layer ready to go. Now, the next thing that we're going to want to do is take this, we're going to work on the front of our card first. So I'm using a piece of pattern paper. It's from the Back to Black pattern paper. It's going to be 4 inches by 5.25 inches, and I want to get this on there like so. Then we're going to grab a pair of scissors. And we're going to move the ribbon out of the way, but I needed that ribbon there. It just kind of helped make it easier for me for placement. We're just going to trim off that part of the banner like it wasn't even there. Alright, so we've got some trash here to get out of our way. And let's go ahead now and bring in the base for our card. So the base is going to be Strawberry Slush, 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored at 5 1/2. And we're going to add onto that a piece of basic black. It's going to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And this is a layer you can absolutely leave off. So if you're worried about the thickness for mailing it, or just you want to save on your costs, by all means, skip the black layers on this card. All right, then we're going to add in our white that has our happy birthday. We're going to go to the front of our card, and here comes that other piece of black, same measurement as the inside, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then we're going to bring in this piece right here. And we are almost done, so we just have some finishing touches to add. So we have this, and then remember I had die cut these little stars. I'm going to take a paper piercer and just pop these guys out. And think of these now as like confetti. We have a whole bunch, so we have a lot of possibilities on what we can do with it. Alright, so we have those, and then the only other thing I want is one of the basics, or the neutrals candy dots. I want one of the basic black ones. And that's going to go there. So I want this one in place because I know it's going to be there. And then these we get to have fun. Just kind of deciding where we want them to go. So we can have them on our cardstock, or on our paper, I mean. Have them up. Have them wherever you want. In fact, I kind of like it the way it is right now. So I'm going to grab some liquid glue. There we go. You don't have to use the stars. This is another element you can leave off. Or you can put them all up by your numbers. It's however you want it to be. There's no right or wrong when paper crafting. You just, as long as you're having fun. Alright, so we have those pieces, and I still have 4 stars left. So let's go ahead and go to the inside of the card. I don't want those to fall at all. There we go. And so let's go ahead and just sprinkle these around first. Okay, so now I'm going to like that there. Oh, and I just dropped one on the floor. Let's see if I can rapidly find it. And I did. That'll never happen again. Okay, so it was just sitting right there waiting for me to pick it up. And of course, if you want to add more stars, simply die cut another row and you will be set. Alright, so we've got our cute little happy birthday. And so let's go ahead and bring it, believe it or not, this card's done. So let's go ahead and bring in our inspiration card and check it out. So we had this, we kept the black and white with a pop of color. Let's see here, we added just this here. We added the little stars to it. We kept the little candy dot. We kept the different colors on the circle. We just added some more white to it. So rather than this being a darker card, we just lightened it up. And then we added this to the inside. And there we have it, another Friday flip. I hope that you enjoyed this week's Friday flip. If you liked the project and you liked the video, please be sure to like it below, and also be sure to share it with your friends. Then head on over to iteachstamping.com. Make sure that you are signed up for my mailing list so you never miss an exclusive tip or project that I only share on that mailing list. Thank you again for being a part of this video. I'm Meg from I Teach Stamping, and I will see you in the next video tutorial. Have a great day.